Alright, so there's the interstate map I'm going to use when I'm describing my map of snowfall accumulations, and you guys have all been waiting for this, and here it is. Alright, here we go. So let's do this here. I'm going to zoom out a little bit, this way it's clearer to see. Okay, so this snowfall map covers a wide area. Alright, so your yellow is a coating to 1 inch. Okay, so that's starting south, moving north. I'm going to go. So your yellow is a coating to 1 inch. I think it looks like south of I-76. If I'm reading this map right, along I-76, starting in southeastern Massachusetts, coastal southeastern Massachusetts, southern Rhode Island, southern Connecticut, most Long Island and New York City, and areas Yonkers and south in New York, most of northern New Jersey and south, and then southern Pennsylvania. You're gonna be mostly rain throughout the day Wednesday, and then as that cold air rushes in behind it, you're gonna get a quick shot of snow, but it won't be more than a coating to 1 inch because it's gonna be a very quick period of snow. The shot of Arctic air is going to be very intense though, so it's going to lead to some icing concerns, and we'll get to that next. But coating to 1 inch for you guys in those areas. The orange is 1 to 3, so that line extends pretty much along, I believe that's I-68 in central Pennsylvania, or is that I-70? That might be I-70, I think. So I-70 or along the Pennsylvania Turnpike, and that's going to move northeast. An exit over east central Pennsylvania, and then northwestern New Jersey, you're going to be in the 1 to 3 range, and that's going to extend over into central Connecticut, northern Rhode Island, and central eastern Massachusetts. So you guys are going to be in the 1 to 3 range. You're most likely going to start out as rain as well. However, the Arctic air is going to be rushing in quickly behind it, so I think that you have a better chance of getting a little more snow accumulation, but not much more. Okay? Your next area here is the pink. Sorry, my phone needs to focus here. Your pink here, that is going to be your 3 to 6. So your 3 to 6 is going to be north of I-80. Well, starting along I-80 and heading along I-80 eastward, along I-84, if I'm correct. I'm not really sure. This interstate map is kind of hard to read. And then it's going to extend into central New York, probably Poughkeepsie. I would say you're in the 3 to 6. Albany, you're actually north of the 3 to 6. You're going to be in the 6 to 12, I would say. That's going to extend over into northern Massachusetts and into extreme southeastern New Hampshire, if I have my states correct. And then the 3 to 6 line is going to continue on to the southern coast of Maine, because the low is going to be tracking like this. So it's going to start here, and it's going to kind of go up like this, and it's going to come close to the coast of Maine. So I feel like Arctic air might have a little bit of trouble getting here in time to give you more than 6 inches. So I feel like, again, this anywhere in a 3 to 6 and on south, you're going to start as rain. Okay, so the pink area, you're going to start as rain. Even along the southern coast of Maine, that Arctic air is going to come in quick enough. So you're going to start out as rain and then change over to snow quicker than the southern areas, but not enough to get more than a 6-inch snowfall. Alright, now, excuse me for a second. Your 6 to 12 is the purple, and that is going to start just south of I-86 in northern Pennsylvania. That 3 to 6 is going to, 6 to 12, excuse me, is the purple, and that's going to extend east-northeast, pretty much right through Albany, northwestern Massachusetts, into southeastern New Hampshire, and along the southern coast of Maine. And then the 6 to 12 also goes onto the top of Maine, because, again, the low is going to track like that. So your heaviest snow bands are going to be on the northern and western side, but to an extent. I don't think the heaviest of the snow bands are going to reach it to the extreme northern part of Maine, so you probably won't be getting more than a foot. However, some of the short-range models are suggesting you could get up to 15 inches in extreme northern Maine, so something to watch. Okay, so Albany, you're in the 6 to 12. Boston, you're in the 3 to 6. Okay, let's see. So Boston, you're in the 3 to 6. Bangor, I would put you, I would have to look at a map. I would say, I'm sorry, I keep saying 3 to 6. Purple is 6 to 12. So Albany, you're 6 to 12. Boston, you're 3 to 6. You're not high enough north. Bangor, I would put you in the 6 to 12. You're on the edge of the 12 to 18 and 6 to 12, I would say. The black here, which is actually dark blue, that whole area is 12 to 18 inches. Easily, I think this entire area is going to get a foot. Easily. You have so much moisture coming in. You have a lot of lift in that entire area. And I'm going to show you on the short range model what I mean in a minute. But you're going to have a lot of rising action in the atmosphere because your boundary between warm and cold air is going to be centered right around here when the main part of the storm comes through. So what that's going to do is it's going to create a lot of heavy snow. You're going to have really heavy snow bands in that area. So easily 12 to 18. Then the red area on the directly northwest northern side of the storm, that's 18 plus inches. And I really think that these areas are going to some areas might get up to 2 feet or more. That might be pushing it a little bit, but I definitely think you're going to get reports of 20 inches, 22 inches, 24 inches across northeastern New York, northern Vermont, northern New Hampshire, western portions of Maine. I think easily you're going to get 18 and possibly even up to 2 feet. Again, the dark blue, black area, that's 12 to 18. I think some areas in here could see up to 20 inches. So again, this red area might need to be expanded a little bit, but we're going to keep that 12 to 18 inches right now. And then that's basically your snowfall area. So there you have it. That's my snowfall map. It is legitimately created by me. This is my interpretation of the snowstorm, and I'm an amateur meteorologist. Well, not really even a meteorologist. I'm still in high school, but weather is my passion. So don't hold me to this. This is my interpretation of how the storm is going to play out. It might not be right, but I think this is a very good estimate. I think there are definitely going to be reports of 2 feet in the red area and up to 20 inches in the black area. Easily getting a foot in all those areas. So north of I-90, I would say, you're definitely going to get at least a foot. At least. If I'm reading that map right. At least a foot, and then probably foot and a half. Alright, and the next threat I'm going to talk about in a minute. First, I just want to show you guys what I'm talking about with the forcing here. We're going to look at the short range ensemble. Alright, just give me a second here. Alright, so this is what we call omega. This is a measure of basically, these are your omega values here. And this is this map shows the probability of getting an omega value of -9 or lower. The lower your omega value is, the greater the lift in the atmosphere. And lift, as I said, is conducive for heavy snow bands. So this is a higher area. This area has a higher probability of experiencing greater lift in the atmosphere. So we're going to move forward. Now watch where this goes. It goes right over northern New England. It does not touch southern New England. So that's what I wanted to show you. So your heavier snow bands are going to be up in there for this storm. Alright? That's what I wanted to show you there. And the last thing we're going to go over is icing. So I created another map here. So in these areas, southern New England and northern portions of the mid-Atlantic, what's going to happen is areas in the red, you're going to get, I would say, a half an inch to maybe even up to 3/4 of an inch of rain while you're warm. Then what's going to happen is that Arctic air, as I showed you on the American map, hold on, I'll show you guys again, just so you remember here. So again, this is Wednesday evening. watch how quickly this Arctic air rushes in. See that? That to that. As soon as the storm moves out, the Arctic air rushes in. So what's going to happen is you have a half an inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain on the ground in the red area, and you're going to basically have a flash freeze. Like, as temperatures plummet, number one, it's going to change over to snow, but you're only going to get a little bit of accumulation on top of that. Some areas on the northern part of the red might get as much as 3 to 4 inches of additional accumulation on top of a sheet of ice. I think areas in the red are going to have to watch out for a sheet of ice rapidly developing late Wednesday night into early Thursday morning. I think there's going to be very dangerous road conditions Thursday morning for the areas in the red. Temperatures are going to plummet into the lower to middle 20s really quick. You're going to be in the 40s during the day on Wednesday, and then all of a sudden you're going to be down to the 20s as this Arctic air just rushes in behind the storm, and you have standing water from heavy rainfall. Bam, you got a sheet of ice all over the place. So, watch out there. Plus, you're going to have a coating to an inch of snow on top of that in some areas on the southern end of the red. And then on the northern part, you might have as much as 3 to 4 inches of additional accumulation on top of a sheet of ice. So, very dangerous road conditions. The orange is less of a threat. Northern areas there, you're going to have more snow than rain, so you're going to have less ice. You'll have a light ice accumulation. And then to the south, the heavy rain is going to be more north of you in New Jersey there, so you're going to get less rain, but you still will get some rain, so there still will be some icy conditions. Okay, and again, this icing threat map is courtesy of me. This is my interpretation. This is how I see the threat. Okay? So that is it. I think this is definitely going to be the storm of the winter for northern New England. This is the biggest winter storm I think you guys have had all winter in northern New England. I don't think you've come close to getting 2 feet before. So I think years from now we'll probably be talking about this storm. There'll be the Great Blizzard of 1888, the Great Blizzard of 1993, and the Great Blizzard of 2014, all in the same time frame of mid-March. And I also didn't mention this, but as the low strengthens, you're going to get stronger winds in this area, so you might have near blizzard conditions up here. There might be winds gusting as high as 35, 45 miles per hour, so as the low strengthens, again, the winds are going to rapidly increase, so you got to watch it there. So not only are you going to have 2 feet of snow, but you're going to have winds. There's going to be blowing snow, there's going to be snow drifting. It's going to be horrible up in northern New England, so if you're planning on going up there anytime over the next couple of days, don't do it. Now, I also just want to reiterate that we're still 2 days out, but the models seem to be very keen on where this is going. So I really think this forecast is not going to change much. But, if it does, I'll post another update. But I'm pretty confident in what we're seeing now. And I don't have time tonight because I had a lot of homework to do, but I am watching a couple of threats for major snowstorms next week. Again, it's 7 days out. I really don't know if they're going to come through, but I'll post video updates on that tomorrow. So St. Paddy's Day into Tuesday, and then another threat Wednesday into Thursday. We'll have to watch it. The European supports Monday into Tuesday. The GFS does not. And the setup looks more favorable. There's going to be a shot of Arctic air coming in Monday, and that's going to push further south. So southern New England might see, a snowstorm from that. All right, thank you for watching. We'll have updates tomorrow.